Hey folks, so today's video is hopefully a little bit shorter. It's the second installment, and this time I'm going to go over a few more things. So the main thing I wanted to go over is things that veteran players may overlook that new players will find really helpful. So the first things first is I forgot to mention be on a season server on your season character, and claim these rewards as you go. So you can get like a tier 8 horse and riding crop. You get some black stones, which are really going to be helpful. But basically, you get these through leveling up. Make sure to claim them all. So I'm stuck here at the narrow because I realised I hadn't really gone through this. So before I get into that though, if you press K, it opens up this screen. I kind of went over this a little bit, but I didn't really explain it right. So a lot of these will unlock by themselves as you level up, but there's a certain one that you want to be leveling up as you go. So for this character, it's called Bestial Instincts. It'll always be in the passives area. It'll have a different name for each character. But this one, as you can see, it does all accuracy rate and max stamina. So stamina is always helpful, but accuracy is great for increasing my like hitting enemies rather than missing, right? And you can just left click to apply it. Different characters have different stats that come from it. But if you just want to max it out from where you are, you shift, left click, and it'll just pump it up. Now, once you hit, I think it's level 50, level 50 or higher, you unlock Infinite Mastery. This one gives you max health, so of course that's another one you want to invest in. And then you get Skilled Hunter from level 56, which is extra AP against monsters +3. Now, the reason this one's important, this character is just accuracy. Other characters, it'll have AP or DP, so it'll help you deal more damage. Obviously, accuracy does help deal more damage as well, just in a more roundabout sort of way. And the main thing is it adds extra stamina, so you can pull off your skills a bit more, especially when you don't have infinite pots. So when you don't have a fairy or an infinite pot, you will be using your potions, and you just press the number that corresponds to use one. Um, you will, as you're leveling up, get higher level potions. So always make sure to drag that and replace it. So now I'd be using medium potions when I press one, and I don't know why it keeps using things. What's going on? My cooldown seems to be broken. Don't know what's going on there. Um, but yeah, so a medium one gives you 250 health, whereas a small gives you 150. So it's definitely a noticeable difference. Now, another thing that I realised people won't really notice is if you summon your Black Spirit by pressing comma, and you've got your main quests. So other than the actual quest line, the Black Spirit gives you things along the main quest line, depending like regardless of which quest line you do. Make sure to accept these because they're going to give you inventory slots and narrow gear, and that's going to help you get your first set of like really decent gear for your character in the long run. So I'm just going to go through accepting these quickly, just spamming R. That's what you'll usually do. So in regard to spamming R, the Mountain of Eternal Winter, yeah, Mountain of Eternal Winter questline. I did it without a horse just to see how long it takes, and it took me 4 hours running around without a horse, so it is not that long. Obviously, spamming R. Obviously, you do get given that tier 8 horse from the near the beginning, so it's not going to take you the 4 hours. Right, so just keep accepting these. So many quests because I've already completed the main quest line and I didn't pick any of these up. I just wanted to kind of show off the whole point of it. Right, I believe I'm near the bottom. So yeah, beginner, Black Spirit's advice. Yeah, we want these ones. These are basically telling you how to enhance, which I'm going to go over. So I'm going to equip some. So this is the thing, right? So all these inventory slots, you need to right click on them to actually add inventory slots to your inventory. So make sure to do that. And then equip the accessories. I'm not going to equip the weapons because I'm about to show you how enhancing works. So summon your Black Spirit again. Go on to enhancement. Now with narrow gear, you don't really need to worry about. So I'm going to bring this over here just so it's a bit like everything's next. So you use the beginner black stones, which you get given a load of. I always click skip animation because it saves time. So you don't really need to worry about percentage to start off with. So it's just going to go 100% every time. and it's going to go up levels. And as you can see, every time it goes up a level, the amount of AP that it gives you goes up. Now, once you hit level 7, it's now like a percentage chance to succeed. So you use up the 3 regardless. If you fail, the durability goes down by 2 in this example. It always tells you how much it goes down by. And you can fail 3 times on this upgrade before it's guaranteed a success. So it's not worth basically messing around with fail stacks. You don't really need to know how fail stack works at this point. Just keep clicking. You're aiming to get it up to plus 15 at first. So there we go, it failed and it deducted 2 durability. You can get that durability back quite easily, but you don't need to worry about that right now because of where we're going with this. So once you're at plus 15, you still keep going, but it changes. So now it goes to pry, and it's going to start using much more blackstones, and the percentage is going to start decreasing. And now you can use cronstones once you're above pry. Now the reason this is different is because now, if you fail, it'll go back down to pry. We're still not going to bother with fail stacks because this is narrow gear. You don't need to bother with fail stacks. Now, cronstones, we do not want to waste these on such a low item, so do not press use cronstone. If it fails, just click to go back up, and then it is a case of, look, you've got 1 out of 4 because you failed. Just click again, you're up to 3. You've got a 56% chance, click again, 49% chance, failed, back down. You've got a fail stack because you failed, which means you're more likely to succeed with a 73% chance, and then you've only got to fail 4 more times, succeeded. There you go. Now this is unique to season servers. So on a normal server, that would be it. That's the end of this piece of gear. But because we're on a season server, what you can do now is convert this to a Pry to Vala short sword. So stats go up a little bit just for making it pry, and this is what we're going to use going forwards. So that is ready to be equipped. So you basically just do this with all your pieces of gear, right? You just spam click until it goes all the way through. You want to do this on all your weapons, all your armor, so that you have pry to Vala, and then we can go from there. Unfortunately, it does slow down once you get up here, so obviously it's going to go down, up, down, back up, back down, back down, back up, back up, no, back down. So you might run out of blackstones, but it's very unlikely. You get given them a lot, so you don't really need to worry about it. I'm just going to quickly do 1 piece of armor, just because... Oh, I don't have the actual main armor. So I suppose you do need to continue. I was going to say, once you've done part of it, you don't need to do anything more, but it looks like I'm missing a piece of gear, so... Unless it's, I might have it already equipped, I don't think so. 15 pry, duo, try, tet, pen, perfect, convert. So then just equip them all and it'll complete a ton of quests for you. So yeah, I'd already equipped it. So before I equipped all this, you'll have seen I basically just had the beginner items equipped, and I might have had that armor equipped, and I completed the Mountain of Eternal Winter with just that gear. Once you complete the Mountain of Eternal Winter, you don't need to do any more quests if you're sick of spamming R. And there you go, look, because I've completed that, if I upgrade the armor, I'll get 200 more. So you get so many beginner blackstones, you're going to get up to a full Tavala set. We'll go over Tavala gear in the next video when I'm ready to do that. The video is already getting quite long. So if you don't already know, you can press I to open up your inventory. And there's a few things in here. So you do have crystal presets, which I have a lot of. You'll only have like 1 preset, but it's worth getting crystals. I have a set of Resplendent Kaidic Crystal Adventure. You get 2 per new character you start, basically. There is a lower version which just gives you a little bit less combat XP. It's like 10%. It's just an Adventure Crystal, I believe it's called. I could be wrong. I'll double check that for the next video because I'm going to go over something in the next video about where to go after you've hit your level 51 from doing Mountain of Eternal Winter or the main quest lines, whichever. I mean, I usually do the Sites of Medaya as well, just to complete that, and then I think that puts me up to 56 by the end of that quest line. But you're killing monsters, so I wanted to go over like increasing your AP and DP by getting up to pry on everything. Another thing that people again like people like me overlook and forget to mention is your login rewards. So make sure they get handed to you every day, but just make sure you're logging in every day. But once you get given them, you don't actually get given them, right? You need to come down here to Black Spirit Safe, or you can press B to bring it up. This will open up your inventory as well and show you you've got loving gifts from GMs and CMs. If you're me, not everyone will, but the stuff that you get given will basically be in here. These are my login rewards. As you can see, I don't really claim them that often, but I've got 120 stack in here. If I scroll down, I've got 300 Cronstones just sat in that box. I've got some more festival dice, which I really should claim. I've got 3,750 Cronstones just sat there. Outfit. So there is a lot that you can get there. So also do your dice for this. I'm trying to get to a point where I've overshot it. I wanted to try and get the 30 Cronstones with a nice fluke to try and double it, but it's not going to happen this time. So basically just try and make sure you get your dailies. Open up the challenge menu, see what you get from there. I've got a few things that I still need to claim. Choose your mythical horse box. I've already got all three, so I'm not really using it. Dream horse, again, I've got 3 mythicals. I don't need the dream horse. So I've got a lot of things in here that I've never really claimed. Hell, I've got cool wind fishing rod to use still, which is basically a triple float fishing rod with 1,000 durability. I might start using that. So there's a lot of things to use. It's just a case of making sure you check everything out. Once you do hit the level that you're happy with, both level 50, and don't want to do any main quests spamming R anymore, one place I would recommend is, especially if you've got 140 AP or more, is come down to Traitor's Graveyard and start grinding there. My next video will be about that, to how to get up to level 60. There's 2 ways of doing it, but we won't touch on that. If you don't want to do PvP or PV, high-end PvE, by the way, you don't have to go above level 50. You can stop before level 50, and then you cannot be attacked by other players. And that's mainly for people who want to play down the life skill route, which again, that's one of the routes that I will go down later in this series. I'm almost at 13 minutes, so I'll end the video here. Thank you for watching. I hope this one's been more helpful than the first one, because the first one was kind of just getting into the setting of things. And I'll speak to you next time. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, leave comments on anything you think I've missed that veterans overlook, because I want this to be like a resource to help people. You can read down in the comments other things, hopefully. So thank you for watching. Ciao for now.